So, Taylor, we just discussed how anchoring bias can affect real estate decisions. But it's not just about houses, right? This fixation on a particular price point or even a piece of information can crop up anywhere, especially when you're bombarded with data. Which leads us perfectly into our next discussion about information overload and decision paralysis in the world of investing. Imagine this. Taylor, you've decided to start investing. You're excited about building your financial future. You hop online, ready to learn and explore, and bam, you're hit by a tsunami of information. Blogs, forums, social media, financial news sites, and countless investment apps all vying for your attention. Suddenly, that initial excitement turns into a knot of anxiety. There's so much to learn, so many options. Where do you even begin? You feel frozen, unable to make any decisions for fear of making the wrong one. This, my friends, is the very real struggle of information overload, leading to decision paralysis. Sam, as our expert, have you seen this play out with new investors? How can new investors navigate this overwhelming amount of information available and avoid decision paralysis? And perhaps, even more importantly, what are some reliable sources of information for beginners who are just starting to dip their toes into the market?
This is extremely common, Alex. It's like walking into a giant supermarket with thousands of products and trying to pick out ingredients for a recipe you've never made before. One key is to start with a basic shopping list, the foundational knowledge. Reputable sources like the SEC website, investor.gov, and established financial institutions offer educational materials that break down complex concepts into digestible pieces. Avoid getting caught up in the hot tips and sensationalized market commentary you often find on social media or less credible forums.
That makes a lot of sense. So, if I understand correctly, it's about prioritizing quality educational resources over the constant stream of market noise, right? This reminds me of when we talked about confirmation bias earlier. If you're only looking for information that supports your pre-existing beliefs, you're likely missing a big part of the picture. And that can definitely lead to bad decisions.
Exactly, Taylor. And building on what Sam said, think about learning to cook. You wouldn't start with a complex souffle, would you? You'd probably start with something simpler, like boiling an egg. Similarly, in investing, start with the fundamentals, understanding asset classes, diversification, and risk management. Don't jump into options trading or complex derivatives before you grasp the basics.
Precisely. And just like following a trusted recipe, creating a simple investment plan helps you stay focused. Outline your goals, time frame, and risk tolerance. This framework will guide your research and prevent you from getting sidetracked by every market fluctuation or hot new stock tip. It's also crucial to remember that investing is a long-term game. Don't expect to get rich quick.
So having a clear plan acts as a filter for all the information out there. It helps you prioritize what's relevant to your situation and goals. This is really helpful. What about working with a financial advisor? Is that something you'd recommend, especially for beginners?
Absolutely. A qualified financial advisor can provide personalized guidance, help you create a tailored investment plan, and act as a sounding board. Think of them as your experienced sous chef, guiding you through the complexities of the market.
Great points, both of you. So, to recap, when faced with information overload, remember to prioritize quality over quantity. Start with the basics, create a plan, and consider seeking professional guidance. Don't let the fear of making a wrong move paralyze you. Start small, focus on reliable sources, and build your knowledge gradually. You don't have to become a financial expert overnight.